In early 2014, Sig Sauer announced the Sig P227, a full-size handgun chambered in .45 ACP, based on Sig Sauer's classic frame, just like the Sig P226. This particular one is the TAC or tactical version. It comes with a threaded barrel and elevated suppressor sights. So if you do attach a suppressor, your sights will still clear the silencer. You'll still be able to sight in your shot. The overall length of the standard 227 is 7.7 inches with a 4.4 inch barrel. The tactical version with the threaded barrel is about 3/4 of an inch longer. Do a size comparison with two other 226s. Safety check. They are essentially the same gun, so they're going to compare very favorably. Like I said, this one has elevated suppressor sights and a threaded barrel. This 226 is the Mark 25 or the Navy SEAL version in flat dark earth. And as you can see, they are essentially the same size. If you like the 226, you're going to like this one too. The grip width, even though one is 9mm and one is 45, the grips are very comparable. They feel just about the same in your hands, which is quite an accomplishment given the size difference of the magazine that goes in them. They both have accessory rails on them. The rails are a little different. The Mark 25 is a standard mil-spec rail. If you own the 227, I would highly recommend getting this gun, the 22 long rifle version of the 226. It is a true 226 frame with a 22 long rifle slide and barrel on it. I think it's really great to have a 22 version of your full caliber guns. Save you a lot of money on practice. You'll still be able to deal with dialing in your fundamentals, and you'll save some money in the process. You should, however, train with your full caliber ammo, but there's nothing wrong with saving some money shooting the same gun in 22. While we have it here, I'll do a takedown demonstration of the 22 long rifle 226. Safety check, lock your slide back, put your takedown lever down, pull back on the slide, and the slide comes right off, just like any other 226. Take your little 22 caliber recoil spring and guide rod out. The barrel slides right out, just like any other 226, only it's 22 long rifle. Put the barrel back in, slide it into position, work the recoil spring and guide rod back in there, get it right in the right position, or else you'll have some difficulty putting it back together. Line up the rails, slide it back on, and put your takedown lever up, and that's it. Takedown of the 227, drop your magazine, safety check. Definitely safety check, because you're going to have to put your hand in front of the muzzle to take off the thread protector on the threaded barrel. Slide the slide back and lock it. Put the takedown lever down, pull back on the slide, and it will come right off. Now when you take this guide rod out, make sure you have control of it, because the 45 caliber recoil spring has some serious tension in there. Slide the barrel out. As you can see on the frame, it has the full length slide rails that most SIGs have. You put it back together, you slide the barrel back in, get that heavy duty recoil spring in the right position, and under quite a bit of tension, back under the lug of the barrel, slide the slide back on, lock it back, put the takedown lever back up, and that's it, just like every other SIG. Put your threaded barrel cap back on, in this case, with lots and lots of threads, so it takes a little bit. You're good to go. Sig Sauer's done some great little detail things on this gun, like a slightly flared magwell, bidirectional front strap checkering. They've put a slight bevel on the mag release. It feels really comfortable, and it's also reversible. Another really cool thing is they've undercut not only under the trigger to help you get a higher grip on the gun, but also back into the handguard. It helps you get a better purchase on a pretty sizable gun. The grips have a lot of great texture. Get a really nice grip even with sweaty hands. My opinion is buying this gun and not shooting it, keeping it in your safe where it collects dust, is like going out of the jungle, grabbing the alpha silverback gorilla, and forcing him to live in a cage. He was simply engineered for more. This gun is kind of like that. This gun, once you fire it once, you're going to want to keep shooting it. It's a very sweet shooting gun. It's very easy to develop an affinity for it. And every time I go to the range, whether I intend to shoot that particular gun or not, it seems to make its way along with me. I'll show you the trigger pull with snap caps. Safety check. You don't have to use dummy rounds or snap caps to dry fire this gun. It just makes the video a little more interesting. The first pull is a 10-pound double action pull. The gun will cycle. It's a very short reset and a 4.5-pound trigger pull. It's a very nice, smooth trigger, and the reset is very short. A Sig P227 makes an outstanding home defense handgun, but if you're going to use any gun for that purpose, it should have a light on it. You must be able to identify what you're about to shoot in that critical moment. Now, this gets into responsible gun ownership. A gun with a light mounted on it is a weapon that happens to have a light, not to be confused with a regular flashlight. I know most of you know this, but there's always that person out there that thinks it's okay to use their loaded handgun with a light on it to check on their children in the middle of the night or to take their dog out to do his business. Then they wonder why bad things happen. So be smart, be safe, and thanks for watching.